Guys, I'm trying this channel to try and keep some of my more techie conversations on here. Although I will say, for those of you that do get put off by my tech talk, some of you may be interested in this, especially if you use Steam. I don't know what to call this. I don't know whether to call it an exploit, a hack, or a statement, a political statement, or I don't know. And actually, this is the one time I'm not going to be trying to teach something, although I am going to share something with you you wouldn't have known probably. But also, I want to ask you what you think is going on here because I'm not, be honest with you, I'm not familiar with this word either. I should have looked it up a bit more before I came on here. But I don't know if I've got to try and say this. Anti-disestablishmentarianism, yeah? Oh no, I'll show you how it's spelled, if it will let me. Oh, it'll come out backwards, won't it? I just realised. Well, it is literally a bunch of words stuck together. Anti-disestablishmentarianism, yeah? So anti-disestablishmentarianism, yeah? So if you want to break down of how it's spelled. Right, that word. And as far as we know, there's no other words that do the same thing. If you use that word in Steam, on your Steam profile, and do not try this unless you are trying it from a new account that you have made. Seriously, do not try it unless you're trying it on a brand new account that you are prepared to lose and never use again. You've been warned, please don't try it on your own account, otherwise, yeah, the repercussions are irreversible. So, and I don't want to be blamed for it. So if you want to try it, you can open a new account, just with whatever fake details, because you're not going to keep it. And if you put your in your profile name, I don't know if it's just your profile name or if you put it anywhere in your profile, but if you put that word there as the best way to test it is to put it as your profile name. It will cause a number of things to happen. One, you will lose access, and you'll lose access to the Steam community. So Steam, the gaming platform. So if you create a username or a profile with this word in on a Steam gaming platform, it will disable you from well, it will destroy your profile so that you cannot go into the Steam community and you can't access the community at all. It's completely unavailable to you. It's like part of the internet just not working anymore. And because you can't go on the internet anymore with it, that means you also can't go and change your profile name that you put in as that, which means it can't be fixed. I mean, period, it can't be fixed. Once it's in, you can't change it, and there's no way of getting anyone to change it for you. So that's why I said don't try this unless you try it on a brand new account or something. So, and again, this is the only word we're aware that does it. Also, it seems to affect a certain number of games. Again, if those games need to go on the internet, which many do these days, unfortunately, it will stop them from working. But also some other titles from particular software brands, which at first was the bit that didn't make sense, but it will make sense in a minute. So basically, what it does is for a lot of people, it will disable a lot of their games. It will disable their ability to use the community. And on the app on your phone, the app has been known to just completely crash. Once you put that name in, that's it. The app just crashes every time. So it's across the board. Whatever device you put it on, it will either crash it, disable your games, disable the internet part of Steam, which is actually very important, and disable your ability then to buy games as well. The only thing that comes up is your library. But again, a lot of those games won't work. So, the culprit, first of all, because as I said, this isn't exactly a hack. It's not exactly an exploit. It seems like a statement to me because at the moment it's the only word known to do this on Steam. Steam is owned by a company called Valve, if you want to look them up. So this is the only word known to do it, but it is a complete. As I said, it's a complete destruction of your account, minus a few things, but you will lose so much money's worth of games and software, video editing, so whatever, because you can buy video editing software on there. Whatever you've got on there, if it's from certain companies, you'll just lose it. So the culprit, though, you'd think would be Valve, Steam, yeah? It's not. It's not actually not them that's doing it. They rent servers. And we've tried to trace it back. If you go too far back, if you try to look at the government level, political level, there's nothing there. But if you go to the server provider that provides the Steam, their community servers, the buck seems to stop there. They're the ones stopping it because remember the games I mentioned earlier on. I said certain publishers' games won't work. All of those publishers' games just happen to be exactly the same ones that use these particular servers, whereas the ones that do still work don't use those servers. So that kind of narrows it down that that's exactly where it's happening. So the servers that are being rented to Valve, to Steam, are the things that are catching this word and disabling an account almost completely. So I've told you something you may not know. Now tell me something. Why? Why? What the is going on? That's not a hack. What is going on? Bear in mind, right, it's so unlikely you're going to put that word in. But if you put that word in, people can be conned into putting words in. I'll give you an example. If you're a gamer, you can go onto a server where everyone's killing each other and say, hey guys, if you try and if you put quit so and so map, it will do this. And a lot of people go, really, really, oh, will it? Okay, and then they type the word quit, put a space, and they type the other word, and what they don't realise is that quit with a space means shut down the server. They get conned into shutting down their own server. Things like that. You can be talked into putting names in and be told that you'll get cheats. And sometimes you do. Cheats and all these other things happen if you put certain names in. And historically, that's been true. So people could be told that this, for instance, will give them extra cash on Steam or something. But that's not why it's there. I'm just saying that's what people do when they find these things. So I don't know one thing we don't know is how long it's been like this. I don't know how long it's been there. But my question to you is, what is that word? If I'm honest, I will look it up. But also, what's behind it then? It's got to be something to do with the word, right? Otherwise, there'd be other words causing the same issue. It's not a bug. So what is it? Have you got any idea? Because I have none.